joining us for SoRaspy.com's interview series. We're both vacant lots, and I'm pretty well, obviously, familiar with your career, but could you give us a little bit of musical background as far as where you started out and before?
Oh, yeah, well, I started off as a Detroit local, you know, my first mixtape called Lost Prophets with Trick Trick and D12 featuring on it. And from there, I was picked up by Team Money Green and Hyped International Records. From there, I got signed to legendary Westbound Records by Armin Bordalian and with an immaculate manager that I still got, Mr. Maxey, and a great DJ, DJ Los. And we came out with a project called I Want In. And from there, I was discovered by Moose and Mill Outlaw and the Outlaws, and I got signed to Thug Life 365, which is a faction of Thug Life Outlaws. We did a few projects, as you're aware of, the Borrowed Times, Disc 1, 2, and 3, as well as Bomb Shit from East to West that was on Hip Hop DX, thanks to you, and on my Pac shit, which is also on Hip Hop DX and all that. And now I put it on the free mixtape I did for Halloween that dropped last night, midnight, today. There's 2 bonus tracks because it's free. It's on SoRaspy.com, that Piff. It's LOM.com. You know, all the major ones, you know, and all the ones that you do a lot of work for. So, you know, a lot of thank you to you and Dame Grease and the whole Vacant Lot faculty and my Outlaw family. You know how it is.
Appreciate it. So, can you talk a little bit about one of the first tracks you and Dame Grease actually hooked up on? You mentioned All My Pop Shit and West. We're actually also on most recent album, Martial Law, as well.
Oh, yeah. He invited me on Martial Law to do this song that was actually really fitting and suiting at the time to what we were doing. And it's called Gonna Miss You. And it came out to be a banger. It's a really good hit. It's doing well on YouTube. We all know, man, the multi-platinum producer Dame Grease, the legendary status he got alone just to be invited on that CD. That kind of made history in the making to bring me into Vacant Lot Records as not only an artist but a family member. It's just, you know, honoring and humble, you know.
And we've also got a lot on the table coming up. You have your Uprising album that's coming along with Grease Niamson.
Yeah, we got the Uprising album coming, produced by Dame Grease and Niamson. It's 50-50, you know, they produced half of it each, and plus I got like 4 beats solo from Dame Grease and a couple beats solo from Niamson, which kind of just evens it out. And then we just been working so much that, you know, we all came up with the idea, let's do a little spin-off with LOM, you know, Land of the Misfits Mixtape series. You know, since you've been doing the Watch series for so long, and how you got me on the Proof Tribute mixtape, you know, that was provided by Hip Hop DX and you know, and all my Detroit family, which was another honor and blessing. And Volume 2, which you guys are also creating, and I'm also involved on Favor the Bold, is going to be great and very, very big. So, and all these projects that we got coming, also C. Jenkins actually, or not C. Jenkins, I'm sorry, actually C. Jenkins does have a bunch of hits out there. Well, actually, me and you were just talking about this a little bit earlier. Chill Ill's got a album coming soon, and it's gonna be something really, really big. Y'all just gotta look out for all these Vacant Lot products. You know, all this whole Wave Gang movement is just taking the game by storm. You know, we're not here to cause no trouble, none of that. I don't like how people always look at the past and what happened in the past between Outlaws and all these other cats and everything. It's just a positive movement. We're trying to unite all the rappers together and do something positive for the communities. You know, how we got Mopreme Shakur, you know, how we did that interview to respond to Eminem, and you did the best question in there, you know, will we see the foundations link up together, you know, and do something really big for the community? I just think that's going to be something really, really big.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hopefully something definitely comes of that, and part of that interview with you linking that up and coming up with the ideas and really setting it up and giving us the chance to talk to those things. I know he definitely has a lot of respect for you, just like Grease does. So, is it really like a to be able to have those guys fall back on. Not fall back on, but in terms of, when you need advice and call Freezy, call Dame Grease, that's a pretty good Rolodex.
Oh, yeah, of course. Especially, you can't forget about my big baby, Badass. He's been in it to the end with us, also Big Bro, Moosamil Outlaw, love the guy to death, When the run was up, it was great, there was a lot of things, contradictions going on with Pac and everything, so, I was blessed and humbled that, I'm still part of the Shakur family and all the Outlaws, much love to them, and, still rolling with Vacant Lot, with just a positive future, with a great outlook on things. It's just beyond... I couldn't even fathom to the point of where we at right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was fortunate enough to know the people you're talking about as well, and guys like Badass and Moose Mill, they're really good people. So I think that's right what you said about having such a great foundation to draw upon with those guys. And you got so many projects coming out, it's going to be crazy. And you haven't even touched on the fact that you also do something, you also HD master a lot of tracks as well.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of HD mastering, from Dame Grease's Martial Law to Snoop to Dub C to Uncle Freeway Rick, the real Rick Ross. I've done from Freeway to Detroit, all the American Gangster discs. I do a lot of work for a lot of artists. And I only charge $5 a track for regular artists and all that, because people that always come with that $1,000, $2,000 budget, a person that's on the street really trying to make it, and they're trying to have their music correct and come out there, I think it's only fair to give them the same shot that I had. I don't want to be one of those, give me $500 and I'll master a track. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's actually for JDQ's website. We can't let you go without doing top 5 Daryl Odd questions. Our first question that we like to ask is, who are your top 5 MCs and personal favorites? They don't have to be in any order. Just a group of 5.
Top 5. All right. Well, we got Stack Bundles, Crazy Bone, Royce the 5'9", of course M, Tupac, and I had to put in Biggie. I'm sorry I had to put 6 in.
That's okay. We can always make exceptions, when we're doing the top 5, because there's so many guys that you want to put in there.
I know,
I like your list. It's unique. It's a unique list.
Because I also wanted to put in Cocaine, and then, Spice One, and then you got the other originators, like E40, The Click, MOP, even the prior guests that you even had on, I was just, dumbfounded, just with their top 5. It's just, it's too many great talent. There's too much talent, too many great artists out there to even have a top 5. But that's why that question, everyone gets to rambling and scrambling. Like, who do I want to say, and who do I don't want to put out? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, to be honest, even as an interview, it is an unfair question, and I know that when I ask it, because you definitely don't want to leave anybody out. But at the same time, I don't think anybody will be upset about being left out of the top 5, just because they know the same feeling when they get asked.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm actually thinking about it, too, and I was actually bumping DMX, It's Dark and Hell It's Hot this morning, that whole album, because I like to listen to my old school music, the people that inspired me a lot before I get into studio sessions and everything. Like right now I'm working on another beat by Dame. We're doing another exclusive, as you heard, one that we just turned in the other day, that's going to be available soon. We got a lot of big projects coming out, just from Vacant Lot alone, then from the LOM side to It's the Watt side, then the Hip Hop DX and SoRaspy. Between all this whole little family that we got going on, is just, it's so much on the table, but yet our table's so long, there's so much more room,
Yeah, exactly. I like how you put that. I never heard you describe it that way before.
Well, when you see those guys in the mansion, And then sometimes you only see two people at this long ass table. There's like 50 chairs, and one person's at one end and one's at the other end. We kind of filled it. We filled that void. We filled that gap. We wanted someone at every seat. Why should we have a big long table with all these chairs and only two people at it eating? You know, and that's why I love, you know, Dame and Mo Preem and Badass and X and you, and the way you guys are just like, okay, come on in, sit down, let's eat. You know, we basically call it industry. We don't do the industry, it's industry, for real.
No. Right. Exactly. And I think what you said about, you know, moving forward, doing positive things, I think that's really a crucial and important part of music when you have, you know, the attention of other people. And you and Dame, you know, you really embody that, you know, being, you know, the positive force in hip hop.
Well, I think, you know, if Dame were in this conversation, I think he would agree with me on this. You know, don't get me wrong. I grew up on the streets. I've seen my fair share of dirt, and I've done my fair share. But, you know, it's not like the old days. It's not like you can go in a circle and take one on the chin. And now these days, people are killing each other over the most dumbest things in the world. That, you know, we lost so many great artists alone this year due to stupidity acts, and it's just got to stop. You know, it's people talk about gangsters and mob. If they really think about mob rules, that doesn't apply. That is actually in violation of true mobsters. But that goes to show how watered down the game is.
A big artist and talented people, and, you know, obviously more important human beings this year. You know, everyone from Chink to Beatles to Pumpkinhead. I mean, there's a lot of guys that, you know, I'm not even thinking of. You know, that lost this year.
Oh man, the list is so big. Is how can you even put it all together? You know.
Right. And that's why I really like your list. If you included Snack in there, Snack Bundled in your top five. I really think that, you know, he was one of the best out there, especially coming up. And, he didn't hit his yet, but he was on his way.
Oh yeah. Riot Squad, man, Riot Squad. You know.
Right, exactly. And that actually kind of leads me into my next question, which is for top five that are alive. How about where are your top five to top two?
Well, I mean, I would have to go KRS-One, The Roots, Talib Kweli is a solo artist, and Common.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then you got Jurassic 5 too. I mean, you hit me with another hard one.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Just get you thinking about all the different ones, and then all of a sudden you want to put Ken in there.
Yeah, well, it's a.
Like I said, I don't think anybody has ever been upset about not being in somebody's top five, just because they know how difficult it is to get down to a top five. To be honest, I couldn't answer the question myself, so it's unfair.
There's just too much, you know. Then you got MOP and all these other, you know, it's just so much. It really is. There's so many people in this game that you really just can't put in a top five. I mean, you could put in a top five, but then you think to yourself, are you doing yourself justice? Because when I put in a CD in my truck, one of my CDs, I'm like, oh yeah, this song, this guy, you know, like this morning. Exactly. Yeah, exactly my point. Like this morning, I was actually bumping Slick Rick, the art of poetry.
Okay.
You know, so I was just thought about him, like, oh boy, you know. Then you got Dougie Fresh, you know. Then you got the originators, you know, and then you got the real underground like KRS-One. Like I said, that's always one of my favorites, always. So, and plus he's just so great on stage. It's unbelievable.
Well, I'll do you a favor, and I'll go a little bit easier on this next question, though. How about your top five?
My top five sports teams. I see, you know, it's gonna be the Lions. It's gonna be the Red Wings. It's gonna be the Pistons. It's gonna be the Tigers, and then of course I gotta throw in Ohio.
Yes, I knew that would be a little bit easier. That would be a little bit easier to a top 5 to go through?
I rep my hometown, but when it comes to college, I kind of root for Ohio. I know a lot of Michiganders are gonna be mad right now, but I love Ohio State.
Here's another good one. This is a little bit harder, but I like this. Where you, especially SoRaspy isn't just about music; it's about the culture, the lifestyle, sports, as I mentioned. What are your top 5 movies of all time?
The top 5 movies I grew up on. You got Goodfellas, Scarface. You have all the Godfather series. I don't want to count those as difference because then that's 5 alone right there. Terminator, and then you can't forget. There's no way you can't forget a Rumble in the Bronx. The Jackie Chan Rumble in the Bronx when I was little, man. That was one of my favoriteest movies that I've seen. I just couldn't. The way that guy was moving and whooping ass, I was like, man, that guy's the shit.
You know what I love about that movie is that obviously it's filmed in New York, and they filmed it in English.
Yeah.
They had to sub it to Chinese when they released it in China, and then it got released here in America, so they had to redub it back into English. So, even though they're speaking English, you can see the lips will match everything they're saying.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you noticed it, but I love that movie too as a kid.
Yeah, I noticed it because there's actually when Jackie Chan did First Strike, that was in Chinese or Japanese first, and then they had to convert it, and you could tell the big difference. I'm glad they made the effort. Just like in Rush Hour, that's why I love those movies too. It's just a classic combination that you wouldn't think that would be put together that happened.
Exactly, and that's why I always thought it was funny because a lot of the Jackie Chan movies that were later released in the United States, they were obviously originally done in Chinese.
Oh yeah.
And like you mentioned, First Strike and a lot of his other movies, Legend of the Drunken Master, a lot of his earlier work.
That was a great movie too.
It's so weird seeing that Rumble in the Bronx because they actually filmed it in English first, and then sent it back in English again later. I always thought that was funny, the fact that they had to dub it twice.
Yeah, especially when I'm an old kung fu guy too. So when I be watching those kung fu flicks, and you see those mouths keep moving after they say 3-4 words, you just kind of wonder what else are they saying.
Oh man. Well, we really appreciate you taking your time to talk to us about your project and go over your top 5, even though they were kind of difficult questions. And like you said, we definitely want to promote the fact that you out here on 660 today, October 31st, in honor of Halloween. Just a little piece of your music to hold people over until the Uprising with Dame Grease Niamson and the LOM Mixtape playing the Misfits, and all the other projects that are coming out. Hip Hop DX Volume 2 that you mentioned that you're going to be on as well. So many projects that you have working on. So it's been a pleasure to be able to catch everybody up on what you're doing.
Thank you guys very much for having me. This is your boy Outlawed Misfit313, making lots on. Look out for all the projects. Get Dame Grease's Martial Law, which is out now. It's setting the tone. The Proof tribute mixtape is on Hip Hop DX. Make sure you also check out SoRaspy.com for your latest news and all that. And stay tuned, man. We out here. We working. Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you very much, SoRaspy. It's your boy Outlaw Misfit313. If y'all ever need me again, just give me a holler.